Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to set up our shadow tracker. And one thing I did find, you need a compass. So I found this app called Compass Deluxe. And it's free. I'm not going to pay for anything special. All you need it is to help you point the perfect way north. Okay, and so if I'm getting, I need it to point to north. Ooh, for mine, it goes all bright red. Okay, so north is that way. I'm going to take a piece of tape. Now, I only have Scotch tape, so that's going to have to be good enough. Hold on, I can't get the Scotch tape off. Okay, so here's my Scotch tape. I'm going to put it down. And it's hard to see, however, I'm still going to write. I'm going to write on it. So I put an N for north. That way I know that, okay, it's right there. And then I'm going to move this, take my shadow tracker. And today is a little windy, so I'm going to go find some rocks and put them on the edges here and on my plate so it stays. But I'm going to line up my north with my north, and that way when I do come out, if it did move, then I know how to reline it back up. All right, and now looking already you can see a shadow, because we're looking at this for the straws shadow. So I can already see that it's quite long. Now you do need a ruler of some sort. So I'm going to I have a tape measure. And you're going to measure how long it is from the let's see, it's 9 inches. All right, I'm doing in inches because that's what I have at home. And I'm going to, sorry, this is hard to do all at the same time, but I need to trace where it's at, and this is, so I traced it onto my plate. Now you can't really see it, but there we go, now you can see it. It doesn't really matter. I don't want you to, obviously we can't trace the whole line because it goes off into the table, but we're gonna put 9 inches because that's how much mine measured. And then I have to check the time. The time is, I'm gonna go at 10 a.m. I'm gonna put 10 a.m. So this is 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and my shadow is to the left of my tracker, and it's 9 inches long. And we'll see how that changes. So in a few hours, about noontime, I'm gonna come back out. So maybe, yeah, every 2 hours. Noontime, I'm going to come out and I'm going to see where it's at then. Okay, and we just do the same thing. And then in here on your shadow tracker paper, so time of shadow, I'm going to do 10 a.m. I could have done earlier. I could have done an 8 a.m. and then a 10 a.m. But we just want to fill, so 10, 12, 2, 4, and 6. Fill up at least, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5 of these. If you can do all 6, that's even better. But just do it every few hours. So 10 a.m. Now this says centimeters, so I'll have to convert, but mine's 9 inches. And then what does this say? Direction of the shadow. Well, if I look at it, it's right in between the north and the west, so it's northwest. NW. Okay, so if you can do this on a sunny day, you don't have to do it today, but do it again in another few hours, and just fill up your chart, and then we'll talk about it this coming week, what we found. Okay, so I'm back out here. It's a little later than I expected, but we were on a walk. It's around 12:45, and as you can see, my straws shadow moved, and it's a lot shorter than the earlier one. And I noticed my plate didn't move either, so I don't have to really readjust it. So that's up to you. depending on what yours did. So first I'm going to, you won't be able to see me do it, but I'm going to draw the line to show where the shadow is. And I'm going to do the right side of the straw because that's what I did on the last one. Okay, so I'm drawing, and this is at, let me look exactly, it is 12:40. So 12:40 p.m. Almost 3 hours then. And then let me measure it. So I did convert my other one to centimeters, which is not very hard. Okay, let's see. It's technically 4.5 inches or 11.5 centimeters. So I'm gonna say 4.5 inches, which is about 11.5 centimeters. This is at 12:40 p.m. And if I look, because I need to know the direction, it's pointing pretty much north. It's not very northeast. So I'm just gonna put N for north. So this is my information so far from Mrs. Ritter's house. Now, just remember, I put this in a spot where I know I'm gonna get sun most of the day, because obviously my house is right here. So once the sun goes down past that way, we're obviously not gonna see a shadow. However, this is, a good enough spot for me and for my plate to track the shadows. But anyway, so keep it up. In about maybe around 2 o'clock I'll still come out and do it, even though I was a little late at the other one. So I'm still doing it about every 2 hours just to see how the shadows are moving. All right, have fun.